Hi, it's Charlie, and welcome to Friday's live trading video. It's 1:15. It's the first chance I've had to put the recording software on. I've been recording the new DST stuff material this morning, so that's all fine and finished. So I've been busy doing all that today. I'm not in the trading room today. So we've got non-farm payrolls coming out at 1:30. So the euro dollar typically is has just been chopping around by the looks of things most of the morning. But looking at it, I will look to trade. I've only got until about 2:30, so I've got about an hour between non-farm payrolls coming out and me having to leave. Unless it's something looks quite good, then I don't know if I'll get a trade on or not. But anyway, we'll see. We'll watch how it moves after non-farm payrolls. The potential is there to either go long or short. Actually, it's one of those days whereby sometimes a market, I'll only be looking at it from a long side or a short side because of technically it sort of works in one direction or another. And other times it's sort of piggy in the middle and it could go either way. And that's where we're at with the euro dollar at the moment. So I can see the potential at least for a run up to sort of 1280 area, 112.80. But if it wanted to roll down, then the potential's for it to run down to, fun enough, around about 111.80 or more, so down to the lows. So let's actually put this onto a daily chart. So what I'm talking about here is, if I bring the pen up, we've got 1280 up in this zone here, and then we've got these lows down here to target, and obviously this low down here. So I don't even know if we're going to get that much volatility for it to run that far in either direction, but that's what we'll certainly have a look, that if the euro starts to have a bit of a run in one direction or another, then fine. If we go out to the hourly chart, put this into perspective, this is where we're at on the hourly chart. So we came down a couple of days or so ago. Was that yesterday? Yesterday, that is, on the hourlies. And then we've just been trickling its way back up. So it's sort of midway there. Could go either way. If we bring up a 4-hour chart, maybe that'll help us as well. I'm not bringing the other charts up because I've got them sitting off screen at the moment. So here's our 4-hour chart. So this is the low that we made a couple of days or so ago. We had a nice little run up to the 4-hour 50 here, and we've just been sort of hugging it generally. So we'll see, is it going to break out? If it breaks out of that, there's a potential run up to the 1280 zone up here. And but if it doesn't and it's just going to roll out, turn over, then we've got this sort of potential clear air to come down to these lows. So that's how I'm looking at it. We are at now 118, so I'll come back to this closer to 130. Okay, just back here, and looking like we've got a minute to go, and looking like there's going to be a bit of volatility, because as we can already see, this is a 5-minute chart here. We can already see that the market's starting to spike around a little bit ahead of the news. So it does look like there's going to be a bit of volatility. It's just a case of which way it's going to go, and then we'll watch it for a bit, and then if it locks in one direction or another, then I'll start looking at potential for trades. So we've got 30 seconds to go. I'll press pause. Okay, so just a few more seconds to go, and let's see how we're going to react here to non-farm payrolls. So here we go. Up or down? Up it is. So it looks like I'm going to be trying to get on the long side here on the euro, potentially. Oh no, it's coming back down again. So just when you're wondering. So okay, here's the news. So it came in at 145. No, it didn't. It came in at 196. So it came in better than expected, but the dollar still weakened a little bit on the back of this. So we'll just see how if we can lock in a little bit here, and then take it from there. But yeah, the figures have come in better than expected. So you'd have thought the euro dollar would have come down, not up. But anyway, we'll see. So 196 versus expected, but there could have been something within that, within those figures, which is why they might have shot up a little bit initially. But as we can already see, they're sort of holding now. They're not pushing through just yet, so they could still reverse, which sometimes happens. So let's have a look here. The unemployment rate was stayed the same. Let's have a look at the average earnings. Okay, that's why. It was the average earnings were a little bit lower than expected. That is why we saw that initial spike up. It was the average earnings. But the non-farm payrolls themselves come in at 196,000, which is decent. It's better than expected. But it's those average hourly earnings figures which are just down a little bit, zero point 0.1 versus zero point 0.3 expected. So I'll press pause for now, and then we'll keep watching this, and we'll see if there is a trade coming. Now, as we can see, the euro is just rolling over. So, like I said, we had to watch it to see how it was going to lock in. But at the moment, it's just a bit precarious here at the moment, isn't it? So, as it's rolled back down here. So if we take this out to an hourly chart, then you can see how the hourly candle's looking at the moment. So if it had run up and held up, that would start looking quite promising to the upside, which it could still do in theory. We've got 20 minutes to go to the end of this hour, so we'll have to see. But for now, just sitting back and watching. So at the moment, still watching here. We've been up, we've been down, and we're back in the middle. And what is so often the case is that we can end up on the hourly chart with some form of spinning top, which we've still got 12 minutes to go yet till the end, till that comes in, but it could happen. So I'll carry on watching, but it's unfortunately looking like a little bit of a mess at the moment. If it comes down though, if it does start to push down, then I'll happily, get on the short side, but I'm going to be running out of time if it just takes too long, and it may push down as we go through the afternoon. But I've only got I've got 40 minutes to get this trade in, so we'll see. I'll press pause for now. Okay, so as we see, the euro's gone up, it's gone down, it's come back up. So we have sort of finished on a spinning top, so I'm tentatively going to go long. We've got momentum's locking in, so I'm going to put a couple of long positions in here at 38. I'll get the stops put in and see if it can push up. As I said earlier on, be looking for 112.80. I'll put a stop below here, so about a 20 pip stop. I'll just get those sorted out now. Let's do this. Let's bring them up, and the other one up. So okay, 112.80. Oh, sorry, what? 112.18, but it's not. It's 112.16. My apologies. 112. I'll put it down. Yep, below the low, and we'll see if it can. Actually, I'll put it down at 15 just to give it a little bit of slack there. 12.15. Okay, so I've given it about 23 pip stop. Looking for closer towards, what's that, 46 pip target as it turns out. So I don't suppose that will get there today, even if it is going to come up. We are at just after 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I need to get all this uploaded and so that I can then get it onto the site before I leave. We'll see how it goes. A bit like last week, actually. Last week's video, I think it got there. It got to its first target, from what I remember, and on the Monday, but it rolled over. Then it rolled over after that, but it got to the first target from last week's one. Anyway, if you like these videos, continue to hit a like button or subscribe. Kim tells me I must remind you to tell you this stuff. And DST is coming out next week, the brand new version of upgraded version of DST. So I've added some new extra content to it. You'll be no doubt hearing about that next week as well. So for now, I'll see how this euro dollar gets on, but I'm not expecting anything too much here this afternoon. Not now we've put the candle in on the hourly the way we have. It's not to say that we can't work our way up there, but it's got a bit of work to do, so I'm not expecting it to go straight up now. So we'll just see how. I quite like the 4-hour chart though. We'll see how that gets on. And anyway, for now, have a good weekend. Catch you next week.